expected to win. So I know how Palace will be feeling, but I really want Forest to come out on that front foot tonight.
Well, the atmosphere is very much building inside the City ground. Flags being waved in the Bridgeford Lower, away to our right and in the corner, and quite a few of them as well, as we await the arrival of the two sets of players. Here we go then with full match commentary on the home of live Nottinghamshire sport on match night from BBC Radio Nottingham. It's Premier League football, Nottingham Forest against Crystal Palace on the way, with James Perch and Colin Fray.
Great atmosphere is beginning to build up as the players are lining up inside the tunnel and indeed making their way out now, led out by the head of the Forest line, Ryan Yates, and Tim Robinson is the referee. He's right at the front of both sets of players. Forest with their white tracksuit tops on at the moment, Crystal Palace with black tracksuit tops on, yellow shorts and socks below those tracksuit tops. Forest, of course, in red shirts, white shorts and red socks tonight. The two who come in are Anthony Elanga and Nico Dominguez, so they'll take their places in midfield. We think Dominguez will be in one of the holding roles alongside Ryan Yates, the captain, and Anthony Elanga, we'd imagine, will go wide right with Elliot Anderson in the middle and Callum Hudson-Odoi on the left, all behind Chris Wood up front. On the bench, Morato, Nico Williams, Taiwo Awoniyi, Andrew Omobamidele, Harry Toffolo, Jota Silva, Ramon Sousa, Willy Bolly, and the goalkeeping sub, Carlos Miguel. And Tim Robinson ready to kick off after Mull. Just about set then here on Trentside on match night from BBC Radio Nottingham. We're under the floodlights. It's Forest against Crystal Palace. The players have taken a knee, and it's Crystal Palace who are going to get us underway, all in yellow, with a ball sent straight back to Dean Henderson, who then thumps it long.
Today is a win. Let's go.
As he is tonight in that attacking midfield role, as Murillo has to get back here towards the edge of his penalty area. He's put under pressure by two or three Crystal Palace players hunting him down. He's put it out for a throw, but gets Milenkovic, who cleverly heads it backwards beyond Nketiah, then runs round the other side of him, and now Ola Aina across halfway, dragged back by the collar by Jefferson Lerma, and the Colombian is going to be booked. But allowed to run through the Forest half. Now 30 yards out, stabs it through to Nketiah, goes down under the challenge of Yates, and the referee waves play on, and Yates has given it Elanga. Elanga trying to take on Gahey for pace, and the England man slides in and knocks it away. That's sent through the left-hand side towards Hudson-Odoi, gets away from his man, but he's not got much to aim at, squares it back to the edge of the box just behind Yates. Yates is kind of half-clipped, but still battling with it. Palace get their numbers back. Here's Anderson shooting, and that's blocked, and it spins away towards the right wing for Elanga to keep in play. But Forest win it again with Dominguez, now headed up in the air by Tyrick Mitchell. Anderson underneath it to bring it down in a crowd of bodies, does well to then turn. He's still got it, and he's running away from all of them. Lovely play from Anderson, sets it up for Moreno. Moreno left-hand side for Hudson-Odoi. Anderson wants it back. Hudson-Odoi hits the shot, blocked, comes to Anderson now, dribbling his way through the penalty area to shoot near post, and Henderson touches it round the post for a corner. Brilliant from Elliot Anderson, both at the start of that move on this side of the pitch, the right, and then at the end down the inside left channel inside the penalty area. They could not get it off them. In the end, Henderson saves at his near post. Just as it's about to go across the line, Anderson swings it forward. Wood with a diving header goes just over the crossbar, with Henderson beaten this time as Wood went for the top corner. Brilliant ball from Anderson again, and Wood knew exactly where it was going, dived to head it, and only just wide. Forest hitting their stride with a quarter of an hour, 16 minutes now played. And now tucks it down the line for Will Hughes to get his cross in. And Aina is at the back post. It's gone over everybody in a yellow shirt. Aina knew he had time and bent to chest it back to his goalkeeper. Figure of Ola Aina, and he finds Yates near the corner of the penalty area. Back out wide right for Elanga to fizz over across. Oh, good defending, back post by Chalobah. to turn it away for a corner. Lovely cross from Elanga. It beat Dean Henderson and dropped just over Henderson's head, with Chris Wood waiting at the back post. But he down to feet level by the back post. Here's Elanga with a corner. This time it's headed away. Moreno heads it back in, and then across the face of goal. It's hit the post from Ryan Yates, right across the face of goal, and bounces off Henderson's post with a former Forest man completely stranded. Palace breaking the other way, but back gets Anderson to hold up Nketiah. Illegally, says the referee, says he tripped him, and it'll be a free kick now for Crystal Palace. Meanwhile, Yates is still down at the other end for Crystal Palace. It's 0-0, 24 played. It's sent inside left channel and cleared by Elanga. Up to Hudson-Odoi, gives it back to Elanga, tries to give it back to Hudson-Odoi, but underhits it, and Will Hughes sends it back left wing for Nketiah for Palace. He's got away from Dominguez, and then from a tight angle, as he turned away from Anderson as well, hit a low shot, but again didn't really get hold of it. It was scuffed to Gerhi. Now Tyrick Mitchell again down the left-hand side, challenged by Ola Aina. And out for a throw for Crystal Palace, taken quickly by Mitchell, back to Mark Gahey once more, and he sends it all the way back as a result of any sort of kick from Hudson-Odoi. Corner is taken short, and then Eza gives it back to Will Hughes to fire in the cross, cleared near post by Yates. Hughes again tries to bring it down, and then Yates gets a challenge in on Chalobah, and Chalobah stays down again. Cross comes in from Eza, which is blocked, and Nketiah tries to help it on the edge of the box. It's going to come back to Eza, and Eza wriggles his way from a couple of challenges. 2 minutes of added time to come. Chalobah's stood up again and runs onto this and then shoots, and then Will Hughes is fouling Ryan Yates, and that's going to be a free kick to Forest. And that's the end of the first half. It is 0-0, but Chris Wood almost scoring with the very last kick on about it. 0-0 at the break. Forest with Sells in goal, Aina Milenkovic, Murillo and Moreno the back four, Dominguez and Yates in front of them, and Elanga, Anderson and Hudson-Odoi behind Chris Wood up front. Scarves are out for the second half rendition of Mull of Kintyre. All around the City Ground, under the lights. Referee though, Tim Robinson, is ready to get us underway. While Mull was being belted out by the crowd, we have got underway. Forest in the second half playing towards the Trent end from right to left as we look at it, and gets strides into the Palace half. Turns it wide left now for Hudson-Odoi. Moreno in support. Hudson-Odoi jinks out onto his right foot. Crosses blocked by Will Hughes, but he's wrestled it away from the former Derby man again. Gives it Moreno. Moreno almost out-tricked himself, and in the end Munoz knocked it away for a Forest throw. Stoops to head on, but there's too many Palace players back again. Well won by Ola Aina as Palace try and clear. Hudson-Odoi finds Anderson into the penalty area, drifts away from challenges, gives it Moreno, low ball in, and at a stretch it's cleared by Lacroix. And then Nketiah smacks it away, anywhere will do. Ready Nketiah, and back goes Murillo to retrieve. He gets it back again from Ola Aina, wide right Elanga, now gets it back from Yates, lovely ball in near post, and cleared by Lacroix. It's a good football from Forest. Lerma just outside the centre circle, sends it into Will Hughes' feet, and Milenkovic tries to nick it away from Nketiah, and then gets help from Murillo to smack it away towards halfway. 5 minutes gone, second half. Palace crosses from the right-hand side. It's going to drop here for Eza, who shoots. Sells blocks it, and then makes another good save as the rebound fell to Daichi Kamada, 4 yards out, and Sells saved that as well with his legs.
That save there was just instinctive, and even the second one, like I said, it didn't matter, but he was there and he made the great save.
And Nketiah has tricked his way away from Murillo. Left-hand side, gives it back to Will Hughes. That's a great block from Alex Moreno on Will Hughes' shot. Switches play out to Aina. Aina gets to it ahead of Tyrick Mitchell, and bulldozes towards the edge of the penalty area. Palace get their men back again. Anderson with a little chip out to Yates, who's right wing at the moment. Trying to make something happen down the left wing at the moment. He's back-heeled this towards Dominguez, who is going to keep it in play. And gives it back to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi rolls it back to Yates on the edge of the penalty area. And will Hughes stand over the ball? Hughes back heels it to Eze, who's going to shoot from a long way out. And Sells, I think, got a fingertip to it. He did, to touch it over the crossbar, probably onto the top of the crossbar, and then away for a corner.
Produce much attacking threat. And when I last saw Jota, I was very impressed. So hopefully you can replicate that.
Now Moreno again, into Dominguez again, who turns and gives it to Hudson-Odoi, left wing. Callum Hudson-Odoi taking them on. There's two up against him. Hudson-Odoi goes on the outside, stands up across, which is going to curl and stay in play. And Yates goes across to keep it in play near the corner flag. Sends it back to Aina. Aina with a first-time cross. Bit of a mistake at the back. And now the ball falls for Elliot Anderson, edge of the penalty area. His shot is blocked. Comes out for Hudson-Odoi, trying to jink onto his right foot. He hits the shot, which is blocked. So many times I've said that tonight, and Munoz gets the ball away. Only as far as Murillo gets to it ahead of Nketiah and turns it backwards to Milenkovic. Now can Forest get up ahead of steam here?
I want to see Forest throw a few more punches in succession and hopefully break them down, because we've got the quality to do it, and we've shown it.
Chalobah heads only half away to Wood, who hits it first time and in! Chris Wood scores! Wood gets another goal. He's hit it from outside the penalty area. After a long ball forward was headed away, but only as far as Chris Wood, and from a couple of yards outside the box, left-hand side of the field, he's caught Dean Henderson out by his near post with a quick snapshot, which gives him his 5th goal of the season and puts Forest in front. Comes out for Yates, his shot is blocked as well. Yates then recovers the ball and gives it to Aina midway inside the Palace half. Aina with the cross, aimed at Wood again, and it's headed away by Lacroix stretching. Comes out for Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi with a cross, just too high for Wood at the back post, and curls away for a goal kick. Forest knocking on the door for a second, having got there first, but it remains 1-0. His body positioning not right to keep hold of the ball because Wood hit it so early. Chalobah is dispossessed by Dominguez and then fouls him. And that'll be a free kick for Forest. And then dishes a ball out towards Jota Silva down the right wing. Gahey allows it to run over, and Jota Silva's got past him again to win it, and then wins another corner off Mark Gahey, who is not enjoying himself at the moment against Jota Silva.
He could have had 3 assists tonight if Chris Wood would have put his chances away, but no, brilliant night for Elliot Anderson.
So Williams into left back, Morato left side of the 3 centre halves now. And he's now got 5 for the season, and we're in game number 8.
It's a brilliant return from him. He's been a brilliant servant for the club. Come back this season on fire. And like I said before, such a nice guy, and deserves all the credit he's going to get. I know he works hard for what he gets, and it's always good to see a nice guy get a lot of praise and a lot of goals in his case.
Heavily at the end of the first half, he was treated during half-time and was okay to play in the second half. Good tackle here from Nico Williams as Forest were almost getting themselves in trouble, and Williams plays it forward early down the left-hand side. Flag stays down for now against Taiwo Awoniyi's got it, and into the penalty area he goes, slows things down and waits for help from Nico Williams. Williams now with a cross which deflects, comes out for Yates, who chests it down and goes backwards to keep possession for Milenkovic near halfway. Now Murillo has it, and Murillo chips one down the left-hand side towards Williams, volleyed away by Chalobah, out for a throw. I don't think there'll be a huge amount of that. Here's Nico Williams, maybe 5 minutes or so. Nico Williams turns it backwards for Morato, and Morato goes back for Murillo, midway inside the Palace half. Little foot in from Dominguez, then Morato down the line, left-hand side for Williams. He finds Sousa inside the penalty area. His shot is blocked and then headed away as far as Jota Silva. He gives it to Aina down the right-hand side, trying to take on Daniel Munoz, who gets Dominguez for Nico Williams once again. Williams, left-hand side, fires over the cross, but he's got too much on that. It's over Awoniyi and curls away for a goal kick. Turns it left-hand side to Gahey. Gahey overhits that pass well ahead of Jeffrey Schlupp, who's now on the left-hand side. Schlupp, Munoz has come back across to the right-hand side. Wins it back, referee puts his whistle in his mouth, and Forest win. Full time at the City Ground, Chris Wood's 5th goal of the season. secures all 3 points against Crystal Palace.